I have obviously been working on the case. And I know we haven't had a chance to talk, but that sometimes that's the least important part of my representation. And in this case, there was so much other stuff. And I've gone over everything, watched the videos with the DA.
Did you see the editing of the videos?
They can't be edited. They're body cams. And they're designed, you cannot edit them.
Why are there 15 videos?
But you can't edit them. I mean, that's the whole point of body cams is...
They were edited. Because I got out of the truck. When he pulled me, I got out of the truck. It doesn't show that. They edited it. Just like when Adam showed up. He runs up to me in the truck, slams my head. None of that's on there. It doesn't show Adam showing up. It doesn't show the other guy pulling me over. No dash cam was provided. It's edited. That's why, and with the body cam that I've seen, that everyone I requested from Catawba County, it's silent for the first 30 seconds. Because that's when they turn it on, the video goes back 30 seconds, but there's no voice. One video in there is like that. The rest of the videos have been edited.
Well, I can't disabuse you of that idea, but I'm just telling you that's the whole purpose of body cams, is that they cannot be edited.
I've proved it more than once. So they turned them off 15 times? They just turned them on and off?
I can't answer what they did. I'm not crazy about the body cam system that they purchased into, because it's known to be difficult to work with, honestly.
And most
on
of them
both sides.
And most of them have mute buttons on them. I think when they clock in, they should be able to touch that body cam. I think it ought to be turned on as soon as they clock in. But that's been doctored. Not a doubt in my mind. Because I got out of my truck when he pulled me over. Then he yells at me to get back in. I get back in my truck. That's when he comes up, opens my door, and pulls me out. There's a lot missing. Just like, where'd the dash camera go? I subpoenaed the dash camera. You didn't. But nobody gave us the dash camera.
I don't know that they have them.
Yeah, they have dash camera. I requested it, but they refused to honor mine because you were my attorney. That's why I kept trying to reach out to you so I can get your attorney or your secretary to get what I requested. All that I requested. But they wouldn't even answer me. So
Because they wanted everything to go through the district attorney's office, and the district attorney's office called me, and I said, fine, include it.
Is that normal for them to do that?
Yeah.
15 videos.
All right, so I'm going to take it then that you don't want to take care of this today. You want to get your hands on the dash cam cameras.
Can we get them? And why weren't they provided?
Because they're not normally.
That would show the probable cause, wouldn't it? The dash cam?
Well, Shannon, I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm asking questions. This is the most I've been able to talk to you.
I realize that.
So what's the sticky wicket that you mentioned to the DA? What are you and the DA come up with?
Oh, well, I'm not dealing with the ones down here. I'm dealing with upstairs on your case. Okay. I'm not dealing with them.
Okay.
She and I, we talked yesterday evening, and I came down here first thing this morning to sit and talk to her. And she is willing to let you plead no contest, which is not guilty, it's just no contest. And she's willing to combine all of the cases and just have a fine and court costs.
Nothing else.
That's it. No probation, no anger management, no counseling, no substance abuse, any of the that they throw on there. And that the weapons they confiscated be destroyed. And that's normal. That's normal.
Why would they destroy my gun?
Because they confiscated it. Because you were carrying a concealed weapon, and that's the consequence of that. And it's very clearly a concealed weapon. It was in your pocket.
No, it was hanging on my pocket.
The knife was.
The knives are in the case is concealed, and they have to meet a certain blade length. My gun's got a little clip on the side of it, and if you see,
I'm pretty sure I saw that gun.
it was right here.
Pocket.
It was right here, and the top of it sticks out because it's got a clip on it. And
okay, but my point is, Shannon,
I just don't want my gun. I mean, that's my gun. I mean, I use that for my work.
Landscaping.
I'm not a landscaper.
Didn't I see that somewhere?
I don't let anybody know, but I trap and kill animals. So that's what I dispatch animals with, is a small 22 that I'm legally and lawfully allowed to carry.
Well, I've worked a deal where you don't plead guilty and you don't have probation. They're not trying to hang you out to dry. That this is the easiest solution we could come up with. That no probation, just fine and court costs, and you've got time to pay that.
What's the court cost?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not a consistent figure. I can go ask the clerk. Shannon, this is the easiest way to make this go away and stop.
It still goes down to a guilty plea, doesn't it?
No, it's a no contest plea. And it goes down as a no contest plea.
It just sucks that I fought them so long. Feels like I'm giving up.
It's called a compromise.
I understand.
And it's a compromise from the state side of it that, well, no active time, no probation, no supervision at all. That's what they're giving up. And I think it's more than reasonable. I was pleased with this, that Taylor and I have been working on this case for a long time together to come up with something that everybody could live with, and she is fine with it.
I went this weekend and went to the concealed carry training course, and they told me that there's no such thing as an antique firearm being a concealed weapon in the state of North Carolina because there's no permit to purchase. It's not even a concealed weapon in North Carolina. This is the guy that's done it for 30 years.
When you show me their law degree.
I just had it.
Their law degree?
They've been training for 40 years doing it.
And I've been a practicing attorney for 45 years, and I've never heard any such thing as that. And remember, gazillion years ago, I was a prosecutor.
What's the cost?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not happy.
Well, that's a good compromise, is neither side's perfectly happy. And this is a tremendous settlement for this.
It is if you committed the crimes.
Well,
will you please entertain me? Please entertain me for a moment. Just a moment.
I'm listening. I'm sitting
Speech
here.
alone is not resistance. Never resisted. Never once resisted.
It's resist, delay, and obstruct.
Mm-hmm.
And delay, and you, it's on the video.
What you didn't see in the video. What you didn't see in the video. He came up to the truck and says, "You do not have a tag. You do not have a tag." Oh, it's not in the video. It's what I'm telling you. I got out of the truck. He ordered me back in. I got back in. As he's walking up, "You don't have a tag. You don't have a tag." All you see in the video is because I made it. See, Longview, I've got the chief of police on phone call saying he watches all my videos. In my video, I recollected what I thought. I said, it seemed like 38 seconds when he pulled me out. Exactly 38 seconds. They programmed that video to that. And get why. He ordered me back in the truck. I get back in. When I got out, my shirt was tucked in, showing my gun because that's the way I carry my gun, sticky down in my pocket that high. He comes up, he says, "You don't have a tag on your truck. You don't have a tag." I said, "Will you step back?" That's why I kept saying, and he actually did note that. "Will you step back and look at my tag?" And 5 times, "You don't have a tag." And that's when I said, "Well, what's your reasonable articulable suspicion?" That's when he reaches in and grabs me out at exactly 38 seconds, as I said in my video. That, if you don't think that that's just been edited, then all I can do is trust what you said, but I know they've been edited. And because there's a bigger thing here. It's a lot bigger thing here. But if I got to pay this off, and if you're my attorney, you're saying that's the best thing, I will take that advice. I'll pay this off, and then I'll go get me another gun, and I'm going to carry the exact same way. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to still talk about them as crooked as they are.
Oh, you have every right to do that.
But I don't. That's what you don't understand. That's why I'm on their list. You saw the last part of the report, didn't you? Sovereign citizen has ideations and religiosity about the government being out to get him. Read that part, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why would they put that in for a simple traffic stop? What did my speech have to do with this case except it's my speech? Just like he says, I didn't know who you were, but three times in the encounter, they mentioned my YouTube channel. He didn't know who I was, but he called me by my middle name 3 different times. But they didn't know who I was. None of that sounds suspect. I've ridden the same road for 7 years straight, and never once has there been a cop on the road. But 2 days prior, I filmed from the exact parking lot he was sitting on my way home. 3 days in a row, I recorded from that parking lot and said, that's the way I come home. 2 weeks previous to that, I got online and I said, well, statute of limitations has run out on my civil case, a violation of my 4th Amendment or my right to free speech. I said that on camera, and that was the dumbest thing I could have said, is that the statute of limitations run out on my case. 2 weeks later, they're waiting for me. Now, that may sound just crazy to everybody else, but I can document everything. If this is what we got to do to get it over with, fine, but it's going to kill my whole civil rights case against him, and I have a very good case. But that's okay. I will take your advice. You did your job. Thank you. Let's pay it.
All right.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
But I have no doubt in my mind I can show him to be the liar he is. From what you saw on that body camera in his report, how many inconsistencies did you count? You didn't. You didn't, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
And I was well versed in the written report.
It's lies. He made a sharp, quick turn to the right as if I was trying to evade. Then he says, I softly put him up against the truck. Oh, and when he says he pulled me out, he didn't say he pulled me out of the car. He said I stepped out slowly, but you saw him reach in and pull me out. Pulls me out. Then he says, I took my right hand and tried to hide my gun. You know, that's narrative description, right? You didn't notice any of that, did you?
Yes, I read every bit of it.
It was bullshit.
And I noticed it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do this.
All right.
Let's pay it off. More money to the state. They always win. So, if my pocket knives were not in the concealed weapon, why don't I get them back? Because they weren't charged. I wasn't charged for the pocket knives. I was charged for the gun. Does that make sense?
It does, and I'm trying to think if we can get that done in this courtroom, or if we have to file something later.
Will she not accept not destroying my pistol?
No.
That's horseshit.
That was the last thing we talked about this morning.
I'll order one as soon as I get home. There's no permit to purchase that gun. No permit to purchase.
That's not the point.
That's why it's not considered a concealed weapon. That's the reason. And I've talked to the NRA and GOA about this. Gun Owners of America. It's not a concealed weapon in any sense. But we'll do what you're going to do.